Gracias. Buenas noches. Gracias a la familia Goldman. En nuestras cosmovisiones somos seres surgidos de la tierra, el agua y el maíz. De los ríos somos custodios ancestrales del pueblo lenca. Resguardados además.
Together we are strong. Organized we are stronger. In 2006, on a quiet day, in Rio Blanco in Honduras, the indigenous Lenca people noticed the arrival of heavy machinery and construction equipment in their town. As the machinery rumbled across town, it was discovered that it was heading for the Hualcarque River, where the construction of a hydroelectric project known as the Aguasarca Dam was to begin. The dam was to be constructed by Honduran company Desarrollos Energéticos S.A., but local communities expressed overwhelming opposition, citing concerns that indigenous communities would be cut off from the water supplies they relied on. Yet, the Honduran government continued to promote the project, and so the battle began. Berta Cáceres, or Bertita, as her loved ones often referred to her, came from a long line of activists and inherited her mother's penchant for breaking down barriers.
Despertemos, despertemos humanidad, ya no hay tiempo.
In response to threats posed to indigenous Lenca communities by illegal logging activities, Berta co-founded the Civic Council of Popular and Indigenous Organizations of Honduras, known by its Spanish acronym COPIN, in 1993.
La madre tierra militarizada, cercada, envenenada, donde se violan sistemáticamente derechos elementales, nos exige actuar.
Through COPIN, she was able to broaden and intensify the fight for the rights of the poor and indigenous people whose livelihoods and, in some cases, cultural existence were under attack.
El río Hualcarque nos ha llamado, así como los demás que están seriamente amenazados en todo el mundo. Debemos acudir.
Berta's activism was fueled by her belief in solidarity across struggles. She used to say, "Together we're strong. Organized we're stronger." Berta led the community in Rio Blanco in the fight against the Aguasarca Dam. Demonstrations, blockades, and through legal channels. But this was a fight, and the powers that backed the project responded by targeting COPIN and its allies with harassment, death threats, mass arrests, and violence meted out by paramilitary actors and private security contractors. After Honduran security forces opened fire on protesters in 2013, killing one indigenous leader, Tomás Garcia, and injuring several others, Berta and her children were forced to go into hiding. But Cáceres remained undeterred, and her activism eventually led to two of Aguasarca's main backers, Sinohydro and the World Bank, withdrawing her support for the project. This success led to international acclaim for Berta, acclaim that led her to meet the Pope and be awarded the Goldman Environmental Prize in 2015. A claim that friends and family hope would somehow protect her, because killing someone such as Berta would surely draw international attention and, in theory, a demand for accountability. But on March 2, 2016, after years of constant harassment, death threats, and attempts on Berta's life, two gunmen stormed the house on the outskirts of La Esperanza, a town in Honduras, and murdered Berta.
Yo no pido nada más que justicia. Mi hermanita, por favor.
Clashes broke out in the Honduran capital following a student protest over the murder of a prominent environmental rights activist. Stones were thrown at the university campus protest. Police retaliated with tear gas.
While investigations by Honduran authorities and subsequent judicial proceedings were marred by delays, irregularities, and attempts at sabotage, a team of international lawyers conducted their own investigation, concluding that state agents and high-ranking business executives were directly involved in the planning, execution, and subsequent cover-up of the murder.
8 men on trial in Honduras right now accused of murdering the great environmentalist. A verdict is expected any moment. Her assassination came a year after she won the Goldman Environmental Prize for her work.
It is a rare case in which those responsible for the death of an activist in Honduras have been arrested, tried, and convicted. Yet, there is still belief among activists, lawyers, and others who have followed this case that the architects behind the assassination have not been brought to justice. And for those activists who still fight and carry on Berta's legacy, you hear the same common refrain. Berta didn't die. She multiplied.
Dedico este premio a todas las rebeldías, a mi madre, al pueblo lenca, a Río Blanco, al Copín, a las y los mártires por la defensa de los bienes de la naturaleza. Muchas gracias.